Hey everyone, I am Fatima, also known as Fatima BrandingWali, and today I'm so happy and so glad to have an amazing guest in our podcast. She is Jelena Boskovic, and Jelena is someone who puts her heart and soul into her work, and we are really excited to learn about her journey and what drives her and the passion behind everything she does. So, thank you so much for joining me and being here, Jelena. So, let's start the podcast. And first of all, for starting my podcast, I have a
Yes.
question that what inspired you to build your professional career and what motivated you to keep going?
Hello to everyone. Respected and dear Fatma, ladies and gentlemen, scientists, university professors, students, business people, I warmly like welcome you and I very much appreciate the invitation that you invited me for an interesting podcast with Fatima. Education is important to use because its development crucial and throughout thinking enable a better understanding of the world and contribute to personal and professional growth. Education uh, also foster social progress, transmit cultural heritage, provide security through knowledge and skills, especially 21st century, and essential for adapting of the constant change in the world. My answer to you question, first question, please. Thank you for question. My spear and education began in my big family, where it was constantly emphasized how important it was to be a learned person. When I dedicated to study natural science in high school, it was accepted that would study natural science because they are a basis of all science, other science. I first chose uh, faculty chemistry to study through which I gained a wide field of interest, especially in biochemistry, which is the basis of life's psychological process, our brain. My professors were part of science and mostly had doctorate from a famous European university, and they paid attention to each student. During my studies, I was a demonstrator and learning a lot about what professionalism means higher education. After completing chemistry department, I immediately enrolled in biology. Biology is a study University Novi Sad, natural faculty natural science. Is close related other science, chemistry, physics, geography, and mathematics, especially today, mathematical algorithm application and artificial intelligence. A basic science, extremely medicine, pharmacy, density, veterinary medicine, and agriculture and biotechnology. Through my study in biology, I learning how to define life and whether it's possible to explain it with my current knowledge. We still do not know the origin of life, but we play with life in different ways. The characteristics of life are organization, flow of energy and matter, reproduction, growth and deployment response of the individual, adaptation. Adaptation today, climate change. I was very interested of this science because it study or form life in our planet. My interest in genetics and came from my scientific mother, Professor Dr. Katarina Porojevic, full professor of genetics department of biology of the University of Nature Science in Novi Sad, Republic of Serbia. She was an ancient woman, very learned. She carried speak her blood, prestigious, and blood fit split a body. I interesting my life, science and education process of life. My research in the field genetics has provided impressive motivation in its profound impact on the understanding of life, diseases, and evolution. It bridges the gap between fundamental biological process and practical application in medicine, agriculture, and other uh, important field human population in the world. The constant evolution of the field and potential for revolutionary discovery, especially in areas such as personalized medicine and gene therapy, are particularly complementing. I closer look at my motivation, understanding the building block of life, albeit the mystery of diseases human, plants, and animal, driving scientific and technology advancement. Personal, content, and ethical consideration is very, very interesting. My life in genetics, plant breeding, biotechnology, organic agriculture, sustainable agriculture, etc. I I much work every day. Please question. Please
Thank you
question,
so much for your
Fatma.
great answer. That yes, yes. Thank you so much for your great answer. That means your answer means a lot to us. So I have a next question. That my next question is that how do you see the role of women involving in your industry?
How do you collaboration between different fields of science?
My question is, how do you
How
see
do
the
you
role of
collaboration
women in involving in your industry?
women achieving women are you women are to go there is observe the progress in female participation in higher education globally. This advancement is slow. The policy implemented have not significantly accelerated gender parity, and projected years to achieve this equality extend behind 2013. Internal variation within regions may be greater than the difference between regions, highlighting the needed to analyze realistic a smaller, more scale for a more uh, accurate understanding. The increase in the proportion of women in higher education teaching roles is evident many regions. However, gender equality in academic leadership position remain a significant challenge. Disposite advance at junior level, party at professor level is still from being achieved in most institutions. Participation of the abstract, face it, by women in the academic environment are surprisingly similar across institutions, regardless of regional and cultural difference. A key barrier include work-life balance, lack role model and preserves disadvantages due to gender. Senior academic emphasize the importance of perseverance, networking, and specialization to overcome ongoing challenges related to gender, stereotype, and traditional attitude. While there have been advancement, women continue to face significant difficult to achievement and mentioned leadership position without male standard. Several sustainable development goals target appear to be related to effective context limiting their impact. Insufficient progress is evident in areas such as equal female participation and leadership in higher education, the elimination of discrimination and evaluation of applied care work, future complexing the achieving of this goal. Current trend suggests that gender parity, the related objective will be achieved by 2030, necessitating a review of strategy and policy to ensure significant progress toward gender equality in education and leadership in the near future in the world. The role of women in science and university career is evolving toward greater equality, diversity, and inclusive with increased participation and contribution from female scientists driving innovation and scientific progress. However, challenges remain, including stereotype, gender-based environment, work-life balance, expectation, and systematic inequality that impaired career and achievement. A positive trend in women participation in education, higher education and science, increased visible innovation in discovery, growing opportunities, stereotype and bias, work-life balance, systematic issue, a career advanced gap, promoting diversity and inclusion, mentorship and role model, policy implementation, challenges, stereotype, education both men and women, gender equality and talking stereotypical gender roles can help make significant stride in improving gender equality. Proactive requirement. Employer can activity the current female candidate broaden the pool of talent another waiting for individual to apply. Please question.
Oh, thank you so much for your great answer. And yes, humans are so much powerful, I think. So, okay, so I have a question for you that what qualities do you think are essential for someone to succeed in your field?
Success in genetics, in plant breeding, one needs strong analytic and problem-solving skills to interpret complex data, alongside attention to detail for accurate data collection, a deep scientific understanding, especially of plant genetics, is essentially so technical skills in areas like statistics and molecular technique today. Final good communication and collaboration skills are vital for sharing research and working effectively with others, complementing by patterns, flexibility, and strong interest in plants and long-term projects. Understanding the role of plant breeder genetics. Plant breeder genetics play a crucial role in enhancing agricultural productivity, improving crop yield, in development new plant variety, a very interesting plant breeding, they apply expertise in plant genetics to create hybrid or genetically modified plants with desirable traits such as interesting yield, improved taste, and enhanced nutritional wealth is much big problem. Genetic modified plants, constantly seeking ways to improve the quality and quantitative crop. Conducting research on plant genetics and breeding technique, they believe in increases of plant DNA, studying the genes responsible for specific traits and identify ways to manipulate them. This research form the foundation for their breeding program and development a new plant varieties development and improvement effective breeding program, evaluate performance, a new variety under different environmental conditions, especially today climate change. They conduct field experiment, carefully monitoring the growth, yield, resistance to diseases and pests, and this new variety. Data analysis, collect analysis amount data-related plant trait characteristics. Professionals do statistical software and analytical tool necessary to interpret complex data set and make informed decision. Collaboration, strong understanding in plant, genetics and the breeding principle. A solid foundation in plant genetics is crucial for effectively multiplied trait and development variety, proficiency analysis and statistical tool, ability to conduct field experiment and interpret the results, excellent problem solving and critical thinking skills, effective communication and collaboration ability, strong interest, big enthusiast, a genius, passion for plant and plant science provide the motivation need for success on this demand field, plant genetics, biologic knowledge, molecular architecture, especially today, PCR, DNA sequence, CRISPR, editing genes, bioinformatics, critical thinking, problem solving, attention detail, patterns and prevalence, adaptability, being flexible and able to adapt to unaccepted obstacle in current during research and field experiment is important in greenhouse. Please question.
Thank you so much for a great answer, Jelena. So, I have a question that what is your leadership style and how do you inspire people around you?
Please question.
Can you hear
Please,
me?
yes, please question.
Hello.
Repeat.
Okay. So, my question is that what is your leadership style and how do you inspire people around you?
Leadership is very interesting question. The most important skills for an education leader include vision and strategic planning, strong communication, emotional intelligence, adaptability, collaboration, and student-centered approach to foster inclusive, thriving environment for staff and student. They also need to be excellent problem solve, utilize data, and champion life learning for themselves and their teams to navigate the complexity of the education sector. Vision and strategic thinking, development clear, ambitious vision for the institution and create a actable plan to achieve it. Goal setting, set achievable goal with the overall vision, ensuring everyone working toward common objective. Communication and collaboration, effective communication, accurate idea, clearly, listen, actually, and foster open dialogue with staff, team, student, parents, and wider community, collaboration, emotional intelligence, uh, understanding and message emotional, and emphasize with other to build strong relationship and positive supportive climate. Adaptability, remain flexible and response to changes and new technology in dynamic education landscape. Inspire and motivate. Create a positive and nurturing in environment that make students feel safe save and motivate, while also encouraging staff to grow. Lead example demonstrate integrity, passion, and commitment and institution mission. Instruction and analytic scale, intercultural leadership, understanding, curriculum, and teaching methods, and improving other developmental other skills, and improve educational outcome, data-driven decision-making, problem-solving, life learning, continually seek personal and professional development to stay current and support growth at their staff. Realize, maintain compassion, preservative, and face to daily challenges, resources contract, and unaccepted crisis. How do you motivate your team? Is a big problem, dear leadership and manager, to motivate a team, establish clear, achievable goal, and communicate how their work contributes to larger vision. Communicate vision and goal. Share, try, set clear goal. Define smart, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time bound. Provide regular feedback. Create a positive environment. Foster collaboration. Build trust. Acknowledge and revite. Improve and development your team and our team. Give my team member and freedom and flexibility, make decision and complete task in their own way. Invest in growth, offer opportunity for training, mentorship, and skill development, understanding individual needs, lead by example, be present, and engage, be a role model, demonstrate the behavior and work ethic you accept from our teams, creating a culture, a dedication, and high perseverance. Please question.
Okay, thank you so much for your great answer and your leadership style and your style, how you inspire people is so great, so inspiring. So, okay, so my last question is that any advice for our audience who want to start their business in your field or they want to start any business?
Looking at a professional guide in next my five, my advice, young people, especially young women, my professional goals, the next 5 years, next year's March years, include leadership, improving skills, by earning international award for excellence in science, higher education and certification, or learning new technology, gaining deeper scientific knowledge in science, higher education, explaining my professional network, or improving my work-life balance. Miserable, achievable, relevant, time-bound, linking the world's best university and scientists, showing they alone the specific role and organization. My typical professional goal are follows: skill development is interesting. Now same for me to you and other people acquire new skills, new softwares, or become more proficient in trend in my scientific field to remain competitive in enterprise. Career advisement, work on leadership advisement, take on responsibility and secure leadership position within the university and academic science on art. Network, build relationship with colleague, leader in science, in higher education in the world. I balance my work and personal life. I strive for healthier integration of my professional and personal life, recognizing an importance for long-term success uh, as well-being, expertise in science and higher education, project team leadership, how I set professional goal. I'm specific. I define a clear goal. They're easy to track. I make everything measurable. I use metrics or specific milestone to access personal progress. Attend more scientific conference and next years. Ensure achievement, make them relevant. I set time frame, I set deadline, form short-term and long-term to mention focus and accountability to much knowledge young people in science, university, and business people. Thank you very much for attention. Thank you very much. Thank you very
Thank you so
much.
much, Jelena, for your Thank you so much, Jelena, for for sharing your journey, your insights, and your passion with us today. Your dedication and energy are truly amazing, so and inspiring. And I'm sure our audience will also interview and take motivation from your story. And everyone, make sure to follow her on her pages on Facebook, Insta, LinkedIn, YouTube. So, thank you so much, Jelena, for coming and giving me such an amazing time for my podcast. So let's meet tomorrow, everyone, with a new special and a great guest. So Allah Hafiz. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for invitation. Your interesting podcast. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye. Next to meet you, please. The best
Bye.
regards
Thank
to
you.
Jelena.